In this video, we're going to be interviewing my client Luke. Luke is a truck driver who works 70 plus hours per week and was building this business completely on the side. Before joining the program, he actually started this business and he was around 3 to 4K in sales, but he couldn't break past that. Well, he just closed off the last 12 months close to $150,000 in sales, crossing a 25K month. And in this video, he talks about the importance of mindset, but also having a proper blueprint to follow in order to just streamline the process, because that's all this is, guys. Coaching is nothing magical. It is nothing special. It is simply just time collapsing the learning curve and then having massive assistance along the way to fill in the gaps, which is really the rocket fuel to take you to that next level. Luke drops a lot of great information in this interview. Looking forward to you guys watching it. Let's get into it.
My wife and I, we started our FBA business with books. We saw a video of you may know him, you may not. His name is Steve Rakin. He was doing a TikTok video about doing books and thrifting and things like that. And so that's how we got into doing Amazon FBA. And so we started out, thrift stores, library sales, dollar books, 50-cent books, things like that, sending those in, kind of getting our reps in, just sending inventory in, getting sales. And, we were doing all right. We started doing that, a few $1,000s in sales, started trying to buy books online from Amazon to send back into Amazon using Keepa and things like that. But we weren't seeing the growth that we had, wanted to see. And I remember months before we actually bought your course, I saw some of your videos as I was driving and stuff, and not while I was driving, but during the whole process.
Mhm.
So then months later, you came back up. I saw your videos again, and I felt led that to buy your course and everything. So we got your course, and learned a few different strategies about selling online, the wholesale in particular. And what really, I guess, helped skyrocket our business was doubling down on what we saw was working, just really focusing on that, and being willing to increase the amount of capital that we were willing to invest. At the time, we were wanting to just keep what limited amount we had in there and just try to grow that. But it was a combination of doubling down on what does work, or what we saw was working, which you had mentioned as advice in the one-on-one, and then being willing to put more capital into the business. We saw a tremendous growth, month after month after month, as we started doing that. So yeah, that's kind of it. And so we started, a few $1,000s in sales for a few months. And then, once we did that, I mean, we, hit 9,000, 18,000, 25,000, and it's just been continuing to grow from there. So
Yeah. And what was your highest rolling 30 days?
I would say probably 26, 27,000 so far.
Okay.
hmm
And then I know you posted in the Facebook group, you guys just crossed like 130 in the last 12 months, right?
Yeah. Right now, currently we're about 135.
Yeah, amazing, amazing. And books are great to start. I didn't never did them myself, but I think anything that's like low barrier of entry to get people in the door of starting their own business, I think is incredible. Where were you at, like sales wise, when you first joined the program? We know where you're at now, but where were you in the beginning?
If I remember correctly, I would say 4,000, 5,000, per month on average.
Wow. So you've had massive growth because I look back at when you joined, it's been almost a year here in a couple of weeks. So you've had massive growth throughout. And one thing that I really wanted to touch on in this interview, and I know we kind of talked about in the DMs, is like you're a truck driver. I think your post said you work 70 hours a week.
Yeah.
All right, dude. How do you find the time? That's probably one of the biggest excuses that I hear about people starting this business is I just don't have the time. I have a full-time job, I have this, I have that. You
Mhm.
have almost double that. So kind of dive into like where's your mindset at starting this new business when you pretty much have no time on your hands?
Sure, sure. Yeah, so at least for me and my wife, it just comes down to, our why. Like, why are we doing this? I would say that someone's reason or their why is the most important thing in their business. If your why is a shaky foundation, then it doesn't matter what you do, it's not going to be a success because your way of thinking is off. So for me and my wife, we did it because we believe that God told us to start the business. So that's our why. And people's whys may be different or whatever, but whatever your why is, the foundation has to be firm and strong. So then from there, it was our focus, right? We realized that we had to have a very high focus. So like you said, I drive 70 hours a week or whatever. So during my days off, I hyper focus on what tasks need to be done. I prioritize and I make sure that those tasks get done, period. End of story. So, sourcing, my wife also helps, right? Because when I'm driving, like she preps the items, she packs them, she sends them to Amazon. So we're a team, we're a unit. We have our roles in the business and we take it very seriously. I mean, just now we're starting to get a prep center, which is going to be very helpful because I can train her to start sourcing items, we can double, triple our output. But, yeah, I would say the two main things is, your why has to be very firm and solidified. And then you have to have a strong focus, or else you're not going to be successful.
Dude, 100%. I think if you have a weak reason why you're doing it or it's very surface level, you're just one obstacle away from throwing in the towel altogether.
Hmm.
And because the blueprint's there, right? Like you can figure out how to source, you can figure out how to do all of these things, but what ends up happening to most people is a surface level reason why I'm trying to do this. As soon as it gets hard, I quit. And when people come in with that strong why, it's like it doesn't matter what obstacle, it doesn't matter how much time it's going to take, it doesn't matter how many suppliers tell me no, it doesn't matter what's going on. It's like the reason why I want this is so strong that I'm going to show up no matter what. And then at that point, it just becomes a matter of time. It's just
Hmm.
at some point something's going to break and you're going to have that breakthrough and then the progress is going to happen. But as far as focus, dude, I think that's huge. I think focus solves the time problem, which clearly you're a perfect example. I think clarity solves the procrastination problem. So when people struggle with procrastination, they just need more clarity, and
Hmm.
usually you don't need more time, you just need more focus. So
Hmm.
with you, when you were starting out, I'm assuming you were just kind of relying off of a bunch of YouTube videos trying to piece things together, right?
Yeah, yeah. At first, I did buy a course about how to like flip books, from Amazon back onto Amazon using Keep Alerts, using Keep a Product Finder, things like that. But it wasn't to the degree that we're doing now, for sure.
I think you can confidently say, like, going off of just YouTube videos, although it's good to get that spark going, is
Hmm.
probably going to take you 10 times longer
Yeah,
than
for
just
sure.
having a blueprint.
For sure. Yeah. Having money and using it wisely can help you bypass time, for sure.
Yeah, 100%. I did want to ask, one of the biggest pushbacks I get with the program is people just, they're not sure if the one-on-one is like legit or real.
Hmm.
And I know we talk a lot, but
Hmm.
can you kind of give me some of your experiences with like the one-on-one, us going back and forth? Was it real? Did you get to talk to me? How was the support good? Like, give me some feedback on that.
Yeah, so it is real. It is legitimate. And you are very responsive. So if anyone was questioning, is it real? Does it work? It does. And if any question that I've ever had, you've gotten back to me as soon as you've been able to. Sometimes multiple times in a day, depending on the situation, what you have going on. But you've always got back to me. You've answered my questions about wholesale, about different products that I was looking at sourcing. If you recommend a certain supplier and why, yeah, very much so. It's been helpful.
Yeah, I think the one-on-one gives people a lot of confidence. You know, you're coming in, you're starting something brand new. Having somebody there in your back pocket gives you a lot of confidence. But what I always tell people, it's like you can have all the coaching in the world, you can have all the support in the world, but if you're not willing to show up and do the work every single day, it's like it's only going to get you so far, right? So like you work 70 hours a week. Like I could have been as responsive as possible. It's like, but if you're not doing the work yourself, it's like you're only going to get so far.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you can buy 500 courses, but if you are expecting the person who created the course to do it for you, that's not going to work. You have to be like at the end of the day, you're accountable and you're responsible for your prosperity, your success. No one's going to come in and do it for you. And so, having a victim mentality or wanting to blame other people or say it's their fault or I bought this course and it wasn't helpful, you didn't do this, you didn't do that, that's not going to do anything. And you're going to be in the exact same situation that you were, worse even, because now you're blaming someone else for your problems. You have to take complete and full responsibility for your business, your family, your success, your prosperity. And once you finally fully do that without looking to anybody else to do it for you, that is when a switch happens inside of you and you really start seeing a change in yourself, but also you'll start seeing the success that you've been wanting because you realize it's not based on somebody else. It's based on what you can do. And so, anyways.
100%, dude. Like every time like I tell people that, it's like I'm actually trying to give you more power, right? Or get you to see that I like you have so much more power than you think. But a lot of times people get caught up in that victim mentality. And then it's like, well, you're just giving your power away to anybody, right? Because or any circumstance. Oh, this is the reason why I'm not successful, this and that. And it's like, dude, like I can show you the door. You still have to walk through it. And it's like we coaching is incredible for time collapsing the learning curve, right? So if it's going to take us
Yep.
this long, all right, let's speed up the process and get there in this amount of time. And but at the end of the day, it's like I can show you the path. I just can't force you to walk it,
Yep.
you know?
Exactly right.
So kind of dive into what were some of the biggest challenges that you were facing prior to joining the program, and then kind of give me a little bit of like some mistakes that you made throughout the process that other people could avoid.
I would say the biggest thing for my wife and I's business was we weren't thinking small, but we were. So it's like we had this, and we still have this huge vision of, like a multi-million dollar business, and we are going to manifest that. No ifs, ands, or buts. It's happening. But like the steps to get there, like about contacting wholesale suppliers, how to go about doing that. It seemed daunting in a way, which really it's not. Now that I've gone through the course and everything, and you explained very clearly how to go about doing that. Now it's like I look up wholesale suppliers, I get approved. Like it just happens. But when I first started, I thought it was just like this huge thing. They weren't going to take me seriously, or how am I going to, get them to say yes? But it's really not as difficult as what I thought it was, or maybe other people think it is. So I would say that was probably our biggest thing, was just how to go about that process to get to the vision that I just, told you about, whatever. Some of the mistakes, I guess, if you want to call them that, really they're learning lessons, but I would say going too big too fast, or putting so much into a certain product or a certain category without vetting it first, testing it out in smaller amounts. We would do that, and then maybe it wouldn't pan out, and then that money we'd either break even or maybe lose a little bit on that particular purchase. But we did learn, and so I would advise anybody who is going into wholesale, or even trying to double down on arbitrage, increase incrementally. Really learn that product before you go deep. Go wide first and then go deep. Because if you buy it once or twice and then you think, oh yeah, I got this, I know. Well, have you been through a complete season or cycle of that product? Have you sold it for a whole year? Do you understand the, like when sellers come on and off the listings in drastic amounts, how that changes the price and volume of that product? So if you don't have that experience and then you try to buy in depth or in bulk like that, you could lose a lot of money. And so that's kind of some counsel I would give about that.
Yeah, 100%. I think that's why I like kind of the stepping stone process that I like people to follow. It's like, all right, let's start with arbitrage and then we'll slowly transition into wholesale.
Mhm.
Just because you're able to build up so much more experience so that, and you can speak on this as well now that you're transitioning over into wholesale. It's like I would assume that you've gained so much confidence with your experience of, okay, we're doing all of these little purchases, we're sending shipments, we're fulfilling orders, we're really good at keep up, we understand product research. So now that when we're going to go put much more money into a wholesale order, it's not as daunting and we have way more confidence in the process. I mean, would you agree with that?
Yeah, I would say it does help a lot, but even with wholesale, like people have different strategies or whatever, but even with that, our first orders have not been huge. Like we place smaller orders for our first two orders. We've only done two so far. We've only
Mhm.
placed smaller orders, and then once we see how those pan out, even though they are probably bigger than what we have done, but they're still small probably for wholesale, then we'll increase that over time. So I'm not disagreeing with you, just kind of
Yeah.
expanding on that. Like we're still incrementally increasing even with wholesale.
100%, 100%. Yeah. Yeah. Not every wholesaler is going to have a 5,000, 10,000 MOQ. Like you're going to be able to find wholesalers who have no MOQ, 1,000, $500, and smaller MOQs like that. And if you're still not 100% confident, then for sure, like test out those ASINs. And then once you are confident on those ASINs, then okay, let's start kind of stepping on the gas from there.
Sure.
I wanted to
Yeah.
touch on thinking small. I actually wrote that down. I looked back at our conversation when you said like program really helped you kind of expand. Do you think that seeing so many people probably similar to you when they start to get results, like it kind of helps you build like that vision for yourself? Because I think a lot of times people get stuck in this like, oh, that's not for me. I couldn't build that. I couldn't get to 10K. I couldn't get to 50K. I couldn't do these things. So what do you think like specifically helped you kind of expand that vision for yourself within the coaching program? Something I was curious about.
I would say when I overcame whatever obstacle was trying to hold us or resist from us, going from like let's say the 10K mark, right? When we passed through that hurdle and stuff, that really opened that up for me and my wife personally. Maybe it's different with other people, but just, we like because like there's a light switch that goes off in inside of you whenever that happens. You're like, "Oh, like I get it. I really understand how to scale this thing." But until that point, it just feels like you're hitting this wall constantly. Like, man, I want to do it. How do I do it? I'm racking my brain trying to figure this out, but nothing's working. But when it finally clicks inside of you and you really understand the principle, then it just skyrockets, it just takes off. And it feels effortless. But until that point, it's like you're hitting your head against the wall trying to figure it out. That's what I would say about that.
Yeah, and I think that's why I love that 10K milestone
Mhm.
because I mean, don't get me wrong, 50, 100, all those milestones are great, but sometimes it's like it's so far, like it's such a far reach for people who are just starting out, and the 10K is just far enough that once people do hit that milestone, it's exactly like you just described. It's like proof of concept, 1,000 sales, 10,000 is really where people just kind of like, okay, like there's something that I could actually build here, and there's a big serious growth that I could have. And I think that's when the pieces start kind of falling together, and people see growth like yours. Yeah. So last question. Anybody who's watching this who's on the fence about joining the program, would you recommend the program? What would you have to tell them?
Yeah, so I would say that if you are serious about, starting a business, if you have your why, solidified, your reasoning, and you're willing to put the time and the dedication and the effort into it, that your course could definitely accelerate the process. But if they're not sure, if they don't have a clear why, or if they're not willing to put in the effort, then I would maybe wait until you do have those things in order, because like we talked about earlier, you can show someone the door, you can give them all the coaching in the world, but if they're not willing to put in the time, the effort, the energy to walk through that door themselves, then they may think that they wasted their money, or they may blame you, or whatever else. And so, really taking full accountability for your success is the most important thing. And then when they purchase the course, they'll actually see the value of the course, and they'll appreciate it.
Now, if you're tired of being on the YouTube hamster wheel, going from video to video endlessly every single day, and no matter how much time you put in your business, it's not looking the way that you expected, I want you to check out that first link in the description. That's my one-on-one mentorship program where you get to work with me directly and we help you build your business. Now, guys, I've helped hundreds and hundreds of people just like you and I build this business starting from zero. People who have no business experience whatsoever, no technical skills in this space, no e-commerce, never sold a single dollar online. Just like my client Murillo right here, he went from zero to a 25K month with 6.2K in profit in his first 72 days, starting from nothing. This is Heber. He went from zero to a 40K month with over 8K in profit in his first 106 days, starting from nothing. Just like Murillo. This is Jose. He went from zero to a 53K month in 112 days of joining my mentorship program. And these are just a few results. I have hundreds and hundreds of testimonials that have taken my mentorship program. We dive into their business, they get full access to me, and they follow the proven blueprint that leads to results. Guys, there is nothing wrong with trying to do this on your own. But if you value your time and you want to time collapse the learning curve and how long it's actually going to take you to build this business, a mentorship program is a no-brainer. Like, look, this is Dolly. Dolly tried to build this business for 6 months. And over the course of 6 months, she hit 10K in sales total. After 45 days of being in my mentorship program, she hit a 10K month. This is Mark. Mark also tried to build this business for months and months at a time, and he was stuck at about 1,000, 2,000 in sales. After 98 days of being in my mentorship program, he hit a 40K month. Now, we just hit a 12-month period since we've been working together, and he just crossed over $415,000 in sales. Last month alone, he hit just under 11K in profit for his business. So like I said, there's nothing wrong with doing it on your own, but it's definitely going to take you significantly longer, and you're learning lessons the hard way. Instead of learning from my mistakes or the mistakes of the people in the community and learning from the proven blueprint that we offer, you're learning those lessons on your own. And we call them hard lessons learned because it's going to cost you time, it's going to cost you money, it's going to cause you a lot of headache. So if you value your time and you want to time collapse the learning curve significantly, like I said, the mentorship program is a no-brainer. Do you want to take 18 to 24 months to figure this out on your own while we get people squared away in 90 days? The decision's really up to you. But if you guys have any questions, reach out to me on Instagram. I'll leave it linked right here on the screen or down below in the description. And if you guys want to join the mentorship program, grab one of those mentorship spots because they aren't going to be open forever. Go ahead and click that first link in the description, and I'd be happy to help you. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.